Session resume. Next
Madam
item.
Chair.
Okay, Honorable Rosales.
May I just add to the disposition of the previous item, Madam Chair? Although we have already taken note of the comment of the HSDO, may I just add to direct the Secretariat to communicate with the Foundation that if their intention is really to comply with the ordinance number 2009-085, then they make the proper manifestation with the Urban Development and Housing Board through the HSDO as directed by the said city ordinance.
Okay, the Secretary is so directed. Next item.
Before the next item, Your Honors, we temporarily deferred earlier the item number 3 of the special business order for the Mayor's request for authority to enter into a MOA with the Department of Agriculture.
Honorable Del Castillo.
Thank you, Madam Chair. That MOA pertains to the proposed project that will be funded out of the loan by the national government from the World Bank. And that will comprise the project, Madam Chair, that will be implemented in the City of Naga will be considered as a sub-project of the overall national project funded by the IBRD or the World Bank. And the sharing of the cost, Madam Chair, is the Department of Agriculture will give us through grant 90% of the project cost, and the 10% will be shouldered by the City Government of Naga. The terms under the pro forma contract, Madam Chair, is actually general. It's a general memorandum of agreement, but on our part, we will be submitting our sub-project for approval of the Department of Agriculture through the National Meat Inspection Service in the other bureaus under the Department of Agriculture. So what is required of us is the authority or being requested from us is the authority for the mayor to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Department of Agriculture for the implementation of the same sub-project that will be implemented within the City of Naga. And the identified project of the city is the rehabilitation of the Naga City Abattoir, including its component. So with that, Madam Chair, I move that we pass a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the Department of Agriculture for this sub-project that will be implemented in the City of Naga.
Any second to the motion? Okay. Approved. Next item.
Also with item number 6 of the unfinished business, the request for ratification of the joint venture agreement between the Badiola family, the Enjoy Realty and Development Corporation, and the City Government.
Madam Chair,
Okay, Honorable Matt Secretario.
manifested, Madam Chair, the matter was passed upon by the Committee on Housing, and this joint venture is actually the solution to respond to a particular technical issue. The part of the property, which is now owned by the city government, is included in a subdivision, and therefore, in order that it will be properly apportioned, we have to be a party in that particular memorandum of agreement. So it's really just technical, Madam Chair. Since there was no authority previously issued, or was there?
Your
So-
Honors, we issued resolution number 2020-293 authorizing the city mayor to enter into the
Okay,
joint
so
venture agreement.
with that authority and the MOA, the joint venture now before us, I believe duly notarized already. So everything being in order, may I move for the ratification of the joint venture agreement, Madam Chair?
Any second to the motion? Seconded. Approve. Next item.
Item number 10 of the unfinished, the letter dated September 14, 2020 of the Honorable City Mayor requesting for ratification of the deeds of sale entered into between the city and the spouses Dennis and Cherry Tan and the spouses Romeo and Mary Tan with respect to their properties in Balatas, which will be utilized as an access road going to and from the intended facilities of the city government in Barangay Balatas.
Ratification. Was it already notarized din? Okay. Honorable Del Rosario? On joint and collective motion, this is approved. Ratification ordinance is approved. Next item.
The letter dated September 11, 2020 from the City Planning and Development Office with respect to the application of Mrs. Irma Bagasina for land reclassification of the property in Barangay Papol.
I think this was, okay, referred to the committee, it's pending with the Committee on Land Use. Next item.
The committee report to the Committee on Investment, Trade, Industry, and Economic Affairs.
Honorable Perez, Chair of the Committee on Trade.
Good morning, Madam Chair, and my fellow members of the City Council. May I request acknowledgement of the following report of the Committee on Investment, Trade, Industry, and Economic Enterprises.
Your report is acknowledged.
Thank you, Madam Chair. During the last meeting, we had a long discussion of the item for consideration for deliberation. As in fact, the chairman of the Naga City Investment Board, Raul Oliver, presented to us a comparable table of the old investment code and the new and the proposed one. As I've said, it helped that we had a table to be the basis of discussion on a section by section procedure, and therefore had a deeper analysis of the strong and the weak points of the old and the proposed investment code. And we have decided that Mr. Oliver consider all the suggestions and other new ideas contributed by each member of the committee. And so, Madam Chair, the committee decided that the matter be deferred to another meeting wherein Mr. Oliver would present a new draft incorporating therein the suggestions and other matters suggested by the members of the committee. And so move, Madam Chair.
So this was deferred.
Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Perez. Next item.
The report to the Committee on Appropriations.
Honorable Gil Rosales.
May I request acknowledgement of the report of the Committee on Appropriations.
Your report is acknowledged.
The meeting was held yesterday. There was a quorum. 4 items were taken up. On the first item, letter dated August 27, 2020 of our City Budget Officer requesting for the passage of a resolution authorizing the charging against the current appropriation for personnel services of the concerned offices of their prior year's obligations totaling to 154,575 and 76 cents. May I proceed to the disposition,
Proceed.
Madam Chair? On motion of the Honorable Del Rosario, seconded by Honorable Baldemoro, Honorable Albios, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sangguniang Panglungsod to pass a resolution authorizing the charging against the current appropriation for personnel services of the concerned offices of their prior year's obligations amounting to 154,575 and 76 cents. Furthermore, as moved by the Honorable Abunal, to make a manifestation as to the action to be taken to something has to be done all about the charging to current budget of the prior year's obligations in the future na mapundo po ining mga arog kaning action. I so move, Madam Chair.
Second.
On the second item, personal requirements for the establishment of the local water testing and assessment office under the LGU Naga as submitted by the Honorable Ranyola. May I proceed to the disposition?
Proceed.
On motion of the Honorable Elmer Baldemoro, seconded by Honorable Del Rosario, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sanggunian to request the HRMO to comment on the matter, especially to determine the right positions as to the correct nomenclature, and request the comment of the City Budget Office regarding the source of funds for the purpose. I so move, Madam Chair.
Any second? Okay, approved.
Third item, letter dated July 23, 2020 of Dr. Joseph Sanchez requesting Shirley Gabo, Administrative Officer 1, to acquire a cash advance of 100,000 pesos and Ms. Mayra Rodriguez, storekeeper, amounting to 150,000 pesos for the City Hospital's expenditures for supplies and food for the patients and the quarantine facility in the Youth Center and JMR Coliseum. May I proceed to the disposition, Madam Chair?
Proceed.
On motion of the Honorable Elmer Baldemoro, seconded by Honorable Del Rosario and Honorable Albios, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sanggunian to pass an ordinance increasing the petty cash allowance of Ms. Mayra Rodriguez from 50,000 to 150,000 and further creating another petty cash in the amount of 100,000 pesos and designating Ms. Shirley Gabo as custodian of the same, both under the Naga City Hospital. For this purpose, Madam Chair, attached is the proposed ordinance as drafted by the Executive.
Honorable Del Castillo.
An ordinance is not necessary in the authority to grant a certain personnel of the city to handle Pitikas Fund. Ordinance is permanent in nature, and this is only temporary. So I think it should only be through a resolution, which authorizes the setting up of a Pitikas Fund to a certain personnel of the Naga City Hospital. It should not be an ordinance. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay, Honorable Sagas. Make the necessary correction.
May I make the motion to pass a resolution increasing the ceiling of the existing petty cash fund at the Naga City Hospital, and establishing an additional petty cash fund at the same facility. The said proposed ordinance as drafted is already submitted for perusal of this body. May I request that it be flashed and may it be amended to an ordinance instead.
Resolution.
I mean, a resolution instead.
Is that okay with the other members of the committee? Because
As
you
long as
already decided.
the intention would work. So I move, Madam Chair.
Okay, so approve.
The last item. Letter dated August 11, 2020 of Ms. Marivic Balance, Chairperson of the NCPC, submitting the amended plan and budget of the NCPC for the year 2020. May proceed to the disposition.
Proceed.
On motion of the Honorable Del Rosario, seconded by Honorable Valdemoro and Honorable Albios, the committee resolved to recommend to the Sanggunian to pass a resolution approving the amended plan and budget of the NCPC for the year 2020. I so move, Madam Chair.
And a second.
That ends my report.
Thank you, Honorable Rosales. Next item.
New business. The endorsement dated August 28, 2020 from Punong Barangay Elisa Carmona.
What was it all about? Ano yan?
With respect to ordinance number 2 of the barangay, enacting
Ano siya?
prohibiting individual from cooking, parking, as well as playing
Laws
of
and
any kind of
ordinances.
sports game.
Next item.
The letter dated September 14, 2020 from Punong Barangay Ricardo Sierra of Peña Francia, submitting barangay.
Honorable, before that, Honorable Del Castillo.
Can we go back to that previous item? Because I read that what was submitted is only a final draft of the ordinance. Is it already approved or just a final draft? Because we are only reviewing barangay ordinance, Madam Chair, which is already approved by the barangay council.
Very good. It's already approved.
The ordinance, Your Honors, is duly signed by the barangay
Okay.
secretary,
Thank you, Madam Chair.
the Punong Barangay, and
And
some members of the barangay council.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Del Castillo. Next item.
The letter dated September 14, 2020 from Punong Barangay Ricardo Sierra of Peña Francia, submitting tax ordinance
Laws
number
and ordinances.
2020-001. The letter dated August 28, 2020 from the University of the Philippines
Committee
Alumni
on People
Association.
Empowerment.
Other matters, the letter dated September 7 from the third DPWH District Engineering Office relative to the number of electric poles, facilities
Okay,
that have
noted.
been removed. The advisory dated August 6, 2020 from the DILG on the compliance of ARTA, DICT, DDILG Joint Memorandum Circular on streamlined guidelines for the issuance of permits, licenses, and certificates for construction of third passive telecommunications tower.
Okay, Honorable Del Rosario, Public Utilities.
Good morning again, Madam Chair. In connection with this advisory, Madam Chair, from the DILG, and considering that we still have 4 pending matters sa construction of towers and shared facilities, i-request ko, Madam Chair, na i-forward na ini sa Office of the City Mayor, ining 4 na request. Tulo po igdi itong sa DITO, tower dyan sa Pakul, duwa sa Concepcion, and sarap po sa Smart. Diyan man po ni sa Concepcion, Pequeña. So, may request na i-forward na ni sa para magiba na po ng disposition ka nga. Kasi nahalian na po ning power ang sanggunian
Sanggunian.
to
Yeah.
pass upon this matter.
So the
Thank
city
you, Madam Chair.
secretary is so instructed to forward the 4 pirang ano? 4.
Application. For application. Ay, actually, Madam Chair, including ining sa Tinago and itong saro sa Mabolo.
The 6 applications
Yes.
to the office of the city mayor. Next item.
The letter dated September 1, 2020 from the city accountant with the attached copy of letter dated June 30, 2020 of Regional Director Roland Ray of the Commission on Audit requesting information about the implementation and the actions taken by the management using the attached prescribed formal of the agency action plan and the status of implementation and to submit response not later than September 10.
Pulin mo sa ano? Okay, noted. Next item.
The letter dated September 8, 2020 from the 3rd DPWH District Engineering Office with respect to the ongoing infra projects in the city.
Okay, noted.
Copy
Next.
of the minutes of the
Barangay Tabok.
session of Barangay Tabuco on June 5, 2020.
Noted.
Another minutes of Barangay Tabuco regular session held on June 19, 2020.
Noted.
And lastly, the minutes of the July 10, 2020 regular session of Barangay Tabuco.
Noted.
Nominal voting.
In Councilor Elmer Valdemoro.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Before we end our session, Madam Chair, let us greet our colleague, the Honorable Councilor Kylie Tripulca.
Happy birthday. Happy.
To you. And also, Madam Chair, our stenographer, Jason Victoria.
Happy birthday to you.
For the nominal voting, Madam Chair, may I move that all the approved resolution and ordinance be transferred to nominal voting and approve the same. Motion to adjourn, Madam Chair.
Okay, second. Session is adjourned. Ay, nasi snackan. Ayan, snack.